You've been summoning Alistair for 4 years.
I still think it's better.
Maybe I'm
biased.
To be fair, I'm not the biggest fan of Alistair right now either. Motherfucker was my only loss today.
Oh. How did that put you 5th if it was your only loss? Did you get a draw?
I won 2, I drew, and I lost 1. My only loss was to fucking stupid shit.
And who did you draw with?
What did I draw with? That is a good question. Prank Kids.
Oh my god.
No.
Okay. First things first. Okay, and I say this all the time to people. If you're drawing in card games, you have to get better. That's it, because it's clear that you could have won. And you only let yourself get to that draw bit. Like, no, like, it's either they beat you or you beat them. Like, drawing is just the worst.
Our first game went on for 45 minutes.
Oh, that's rough.
And whose fault was that now?
That was fucking Prank Kids' fault. They don't be looking at me. I summoned Wind Barrier statue and pass, guys. I'm like, lock you out of everything? Fuck everything else. Like, ugh. But yeah, I'm with you on the whole Dragon Link thing. They took Chamber. They took her. And then put her down to 1. They put her down to 1. How fucking dare they?
My boy.
Like, seriously, they put her down to 1. Like, if you're gonna use Chamber, at least have the fucking common decency to use her at 3 motherfucking Dragon Link players. Okay? That's the end of it. I'm done. Yep. Okay. So, do you want to talk about why we're doing the podcast again? Before I go off on another Dragon Link tangent?
Yeah, do you want to do it?
No, go for it.
Okay, so this podcast is for anyone and everyone who feels that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a little bit too manly. So we're here to feminize all you boys in ways that you probably don't want us to, but it's going to happen anyway. You can edit that out because that sounds awful.
Why would I edit that out? That's hilarious. So, like, the LCS is on at the moment as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been watching Farfa stream. It's been pretty entertaining watching them play chess and Connect 4.
While the Italian players are...
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, I was looking at like Top Cut, and the most represented is Prank Kids at the moment, I'm pretty sure. And then it's like 2 Dragon Link, probably a handful of like Shadal and Vogue.
Altergeist. Altergeist is undefeated.
Yeah, Altergeist went undefeated actually into Top Cut, which is like... What?
Yeah, that's
Altergeist? I haven't heard that name in years. Like,
what if we haven't heard that name in years? It's one of my favorite decks.
You played it like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I actually, since I started, I think I've only ever played against Altergeist like once or twice. We do have one of the decks in the house. And I'm kind of sad that I missed the Altergeist format because I love the artwork. So I would have been okay pissing people off by having like hour-long games with them. Like, that's great crack.
Yeah. The only thing I hate about Altergeist is it's you don't get a turn. Altergeist have 2 turns.
Oh, does Alia not like Tweb cards?
No.
You don't like Tweb cards?
No.
Oh.
I could play none.
No, because then your deck would be bad. One of the best cards in your deck is Shadal's Schism, so don't...
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, you play on other people's turns as well.
Just for like once.
Just for once.
Just a little.
Yeah, I guess people weren't expecting it. That's probably why it was like is it Top Cut or is it just like...
It's currently undefeated in Top Cut.
He went undefeated into Top Cut, yeah, which is like...
We have to see what happens when this round is over.
Can you imagine now after the LCS and everybody just comes back and they're all playing Altergeist?
Probably will have more pickup, but oh jeez, it'll probably be like was it World Chalice, when World Chalice topped and like a few people picked it up, but it just never did anything again. Could be like that.
No, I think there's way too much answers to back row for a back row deck to be dominant.
Yeah, I would have thought so. Harpy's Feather Duster and you're out, motherfucker.
Red Reboot and you're out. Twin Twister and you're out. Cosmic Cyclone, you're out.
Yeah,
you're out of here.
There's too many.
Last because I watched a bit of the LCS last night, and I was actually watching the games. I wasn't watching it on Farfa's thingy at all, and I saw that what's her name again? the one female in the entire of the LCS.
The one female.
Zoe Weber?
No, Zoe.
No.
Not Zoe Weber. Oh, what's her name again? Oh my god, it's actually escaping me right now. But she streams as well.
You're doing a feminist Yu-Gi-Oh podcast, and you don't know this female.
I'm gonna go find her. Okay, I'm gonna find her. Give me like a second.
What did she play?
She was
what
playing
kind of ego podcast is this?
the best kind. See, I don't discriminate. I'm just like, I forget everybody equally. Or something like that. I don't know. But she was playing Dragon Link and she was playing against Lyrilisk, and like I was of two minds there because I was like, I really want Lyrilisk to do well, but I want her to win as well at the same time. And I was like, girl, why can't you be playing Lyrilisk Tri-Brigades, man?
Did you make it to top cut?
She beat Elysium. That was it. Elysium. Oh my god, I can't really. I didn't remember that. I was like, she 2-0'd Tri-Brigade, and I was like, my girl, my poor Tri-Brigades, but my girl. So that was really nice to see. I was like, that's pretty class, in fairness. So that was kind of cool. Yeah. Well, who are you rooting for at the moment? And then also the guy I stole my Tri-Brigade Lyrilisk deck profile off, Yisan. Yeah. So he was playing in it as well, but like some fucking Infratrax thing.
Oh, that's been like wrecking Galway locals. Honestly, don't talk to me about Infinitrax every week.
Stop. Okay, our locals is so jank that one of the lads who hasn't played in about half a year came in with ancient gear trains and came second and OTK'd everyone. It was so sad.
Do you just have your own like locals up in Galway for thingy at the moment?
Yeah, we still do like Dunamuck locals just. So every week, I don't know, there's probably usually kind of 10, 12 people. So it's not like the biggest like meta game, but usually something funny always wins.
Yeah.
We always have like another guy, Evan, he plays Gravekeepers. Every now and again, Gravekeepers will talk, and he'll just be like, what is Galway locals doing? What is going on with our locals?
Because a lot of the young kids who like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In Galway, they don't have remote duel setups.
Yeah.
So we just play on Dueling Book in the absence of doing a remote duel.
Oh my god, I would love that so much more than remote duel locals. I fucking hate remote duel locals so much.
That's the thing, but we're doing it at the cost of not having OTS prize support all the time.
Yeah.
So, like, but it's better because then the kids get to play and it's easier for everyone.
You wouldn't want to leave them out. Yeah. Especially because the kids usually bring the craziest stuff. I remember playing against Nurseburn 2 weeks ago. The kids were playing that. One of the other kids started playing Flintlock as well. Flintlock was awful. He won that week, I think, or came third. And just another like deck that's like, once you got the lock going, I was like, okay, you get infinite life points, and I lose now. This is fun.
My goal though right now is like I was saying to you guys earlier on, is just like to get. I really want to like win a YCS or win something big, and then bring along my own crown. I'm still on the crown thing, guys. And just like when I win and all cameras I'm in, I'm like, come on now, come on. That's all I want in life. I mean, is that so much to fucking ask for? First. I'm trying. I am trying. I fucking 5th today. I'm climbing. You better watch out, boys. I'm coming for you.
You're on the ladder. The grass ceiling of Yu-Gi-Oh!
I'm on the climb. But yeah, so YCS has been pretty crazy, and that's cool. And I think a lot of people are covering that at the moment. It's still going on, isn't it? It's literally still on right now.
Yeah. One of the top cuts just started there about like 10 minutes ago. I think they're on tables, so probably go on until early hours anyway, I'd say.
Okay.
Oh, guess what?
What?
I sold a card on Card Market.
Way! Make that bang! Speaking of...
That's actually a running joke we have in the house at the moment, is Alia going, Lily, guess what? And me saying, you sold a card on Card Market? And she goes, yeah, because every 3 hours, Alia gets a sale on Card Market. And she only set up Card Market 3 weeks ago. Like a few weeks ago. About that, and she gets...
We get things done. That's I'm saying. Because like we set up the Lump Chop art page very recently. Like,
saw that. You all should check out the Lumchop art page.
LumchopArt.com. Get your Ojama, get your Dragon Maid, Dark Magician Girl, and the newest edition, the Muscle Melfies, or Rabbi's Bizarre Adventures, people are now calling it as well. So that's fabulous.
I saw those. It was pretty cool, yeah.
And they're all made into stickers as well. But we only set that up like a month ago, or yeah, I'd say about a month ago. And we have one Melfi mat left.
That's sick.
One.
Wow.
I was like, the fuck. So that's been a nice little side hustle going on. So, you know. I do have a full-time, I do have an actual job. I'm just like side hustling all the time as well. You know, you just gotta, especially like nowadays, fucking hell. It is tough out there, guys. You can't leave your house. So you end up ordering far too much takeaway.
Our house is a miniature post office. You know, we order letters and stamps by the bulk now.
At the moment.
Alia's constantly posting cards to people.
If I'm not playing with them, I might as well make some money off them.
Yeah.
It's just doodle book now, like, so sad.
But we also have constant incoming things as well.
Yeah.
I got a really nice acquisition last week, actually. For those of you who weren't fortunate enough to get Legendary Duelists, is it 6 or 7 or whatever, the one with Ra in it.
Ra.
Yeah. I got my hands on a really nice ghost rare copy of Ra.
Ooh.
And sadly it was sent to me like in a top loader, but it had slipped out of its top loader.
Yeah, it was rough.
It was sad. It was really sad. There was a little dent in the corner. It's not like noticeable.
Wait, was it from winning a game that you got it?
No,
you just bought it. Oh, okay.
Like I bought it. I found it at a really good price, because if you were to go on Card Market and look for them right now, even the unlimited edition versions of those that are in, like, they say it's mint, it's not actually mint because they're covered in
scratches. Yeah, those really
so
printing.
Even those factory scratches listed, right? Even people who put up pictures and stuff, it's 200 flat.
Yeah,
and it's been like slowly crawling ever since, because everybody's like hyped for the God card structure decks.
Yeah.
And everyone's speculating now over next year's Megatin. So if you don't know, this year's Megatin is going to be Blue Eyes and Dark Magician, which is the middle section of the pharaonic tablet from the anime, and it will be able to stack on your tin from last year. And next year it's going to be the God card section of the tablet. So a lot of people think that next year's Megatins are going to be themed around the God cards exclusively.
And they'll have the promos in them then.
And they'll have, well, they may not have promos. Let's wait and see. But when they complete the tablet of tins, you may be able to get your hands on some really cool exclusive God card stuff.
That would be cool.
The hype around,
I'm so sick of like more Dark Magician, Blue Eyes shit, but the whole tablet idea is really cool. So
yeah, I mean, I love Blue Eyes, but I don't want it in every product all the time. You know, I want something new. Even if they brought out like new support, not just Blue Eyes again and again and again, just something.
Yeah, every major product has a link to Blue Eyes or Dark Magician, or, you know, there are other legacy things that are popular in the game that aren't things that we know from the anime. You know? We actually, you know what was announced the other day, which I thought was really cool? The first Cyber's Pendulum card.
Cyber's Pendulum.
The first Cyber's Pendulum. So we might be seeing
and Firewall's coming back.
And Firewall's coming back, which is really cool, but it's errata. So we might be able to see a Firewall fueled pendulum strategy.
No Electromite though.
No Electromite, but we did get that new Do Re Mi chord linked to, and we also got that Messiah card, which I think is really cool.
But to be fair now, you say no Electromite. Triff got 1,000 signatures. It's coming back, boys.
You made it, so you made yeah.
Konami have to listen. He got the signatures.
That poor man disappeared for like 6 weeks. And then
if Konami had a chance, they'd just ban Triff again, I'd say. They're like, get this fucking pendulum shit out of here. It was a mistake. It's a mistake that it's like a, I don't know, something that just keeps coming back to haunt you. Some like drunken night out you had in the past, and people keep bringing it up. That's what Konami feels about pendulums, I'd say.
It's weird that they feel that way about pendulums, because pendulum, yeah, it's a weird mechanic and it wasn't well balanced, but the way they answered that, like they beat it into the ground, they shot it and then they shot it again, and they didn't need to do that. Pendulums, they need a rebalance, but they need to be able to come back into the game, because like there's no point in having a whole mechanic that doesn't have a viable strategy in your metagame. Like that sounds terrible.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, sorry, I was just getting my my Domino's order out on chat there before. Oh, I was like, what's your Domino's order? Actually, how do you feel about Ghosts from the Past? So speaking of product, that's been a letdown.
A topic for discussion.
No Dark Magician Girl. I don't want it.
Why?
Sad.
Yeah.
Do you not know?
No, I know there was no Dark Magician Girl. Did you say you don't want it? Oh, you don't want the I'm like, you don't want Dark Magician Girl? Are you okay? Are you feeling okay there?
I know, like I think the new archetypes in it are pretty cool, but do I want, just to get that, just the product, just for the new archetypes are probably not going to do anything,
We
The
lost.
reprints are crap, like, honestly. They're not great.
Mm-mm.
We lost the Dragoonity structure deck to this. Okay? Like,
Yeah.
they had so many slots in there to rarely bump so many Dragoonity things. And Sun Avalons are cool, they're an anime archetype and stuff, I get that. But they could have, I don't know. I don't know. It's so sad seeing a side set that doesn't have any meta relevant stuff in it. The only meta relevant card, and it's not even meta relevant because it's from like 17 formats ago, is evenly matched. And that's really sad. Like the only thing that's gonna sell this set is someone thinking they have the chance. Yeah, the lottery card.
And
I did pre-order one box of it. Like it was like €18 on GameStop. So I think it's like there's sort of 2 packs in it or something. So like
yeah.
I ordered like one of them just ages ago when there was pre-orders going around just from GameStop, and I was like, we'll see what comes in. So I'm still waiting for that to come in, but I would definitely not have bought it at the hiked up prices that it went up to. Like that was fucking insane, crazy shit going on.
And now we're seeing vendors who are coming back and posting in Facebook groups saying that they have loads of it now, because a lot of people are just canceling their pre-orders. They don't like, unless you're getting at least 2 cases, you're not something that will make your investment back. And that's if you're a collector or a trader or whatever. But players who are building decks to play in LCS events or remote duel events aren't going to be buying this product, because there's nothing in this product for them. So how can Konami as a company try to fuel and encourage people to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Remotely and not give them a side set with good cards in it for them to play?
I mean, oh my god, give me a ghost rare, any Dragon Maid or whatever, or any like somewhat meta relevant card, like you said, like Tri Brigades or something kind of new that's going around the place. Even a fucking Prank Kid. I don't like Prank Kids, but I'll take it,
Something, yeah. I mean, I guess like the one good, like really good card I thought was the BLS Link. I think that's really cool to be in it, like especially not getting a reprint in forever. Like that was just going up and up and up. I mean, it's fun out of the meta now, but I am kind of like,
I think
hyped for that.
I think it's annoying for a €60 card's only reprint to be a ghost rare, because that's not going to make the value of its secret rare any smaller. Like
oh no, I mean, I still think it was like a solid choice of card compared to a Dark Magician that I can buy a dime a dozen of. And like,
there is a ghost rare Dark Magician.
Yeah, in it.
So like,
but that's what I'm saying. I rather that over
another one.
Okay.
Even though they did it, but like, because I do have a Dark Magician Girl collection, so I am building that up. I don't have any of the really expensive cards yet, but I have the majority of the common stuff and like a few of the fiver cards. So if there was a Ghost Rare Dark Magician Girl in there, oh my god, would I be buying the entire fucking thing? Do you know?
You're such a weeb.
I am 100% a weeb. Like,
aren't we all?
has the tea station full of Bulbasaurs not really given that away?
Fair.
I mean, like, I have 1, 2, 3, I have 4 playmats on my, 3 playmats and a mouse pad on my desk. One is Ari from League of Legends, one is Dark Magician Girl, one's Dark Magician Girl and Nurse Dragon Maid, and the other one is just Nurse Dragon Maid on her own. So yeah, I am but a female weeb. What are you gonna do? It's fine.
The females.
Speaking of females, I mean, that's what we're here, obviously. Come on. But what we did want to talk about today was like the girls you should be following in Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon or Magic or whatever the hell game you play. So what made us kind of come to this conclusion? That is a good question. You guys take it away.
Well, I guess we just want, like, especially like obviously women to know that there is like role models out there, like in the game, like in Yu-Gi-Oh! And card games in general, that it isn't just like lads. You know, it's nice to be able to see yourself like somewhat in a top cut or like doing well or at an event. You know, as much as like it's grand like watching lads and all, it's just, you know, you can obviously relate to a girl more because you are a girl, you know. It's just nice.
Yeah, so,
Last time I checked anyway.
we each picked a prominent figure in a card game that we wanted to tell you guys about. So in case you didn't know about them, now you will, and it'll just give you a chance to see that you, even if you're a new player, or even if you are the only girl at your locals, or if the first time you met another girl at Yu-Gi-Oh! Was like at a YCS and she was from France, so you couldn't speak the same language, but you recognized each other as girls anyway. These are people that you can look out for and follow and take some inspiration from.
Apart from us, of course. I mean, fucking
apart from
A1 role model over here.
Oh yeah, Michaela, I picked you, just so you know.
Stop. It's actually really funny because my brother keeps messaging me because of the whole YouTube streaming situation, and he's like, in your next YouTube video, can you say hi to Ariel? And I was like, yeah, okay, hi Ariel. There you go.
Oh.
So
who's Ariel?
That's my niece is called Ariel. Ariel Tia. My nephew's called Storm. Jeff, what were you thinking? What were you thinking, buddy? Huh? Are you okay? Like, I'm only messing with you. It's a great name.
Yeah, you said it all there.
But no. It's good, definitely, because like you've got like these little girls who are looking up to you, even if they don't know, if they're part of your family or something like that, family or extended friends, or they've met you before, and then they hear you're doing like YouTube videos, and they're like, oh my god, that person is so cool, and then you're like, you're a Yu-Gi-Oh player now. Are you ready? Yeah. That's how you get him. So you're the Ariel, right? You go and you buy your first fucking Yu-Gi-Oh pack. Sorry for the swearing, but Jeff, you go buy her a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh pack. I swear to God. There you go. So who did you guys choose? Apart from me, obviously.
So I guess I'll start, right? I actually chose a Magic player.
Okay, starting on a low note. I love it.
Yeah, we're starting at the cesspool. Okay, we're going to the, not even the gutter. We're in the sewer here. Okay, so I've been like going through the deep dive of Magic the Gathering Twitter. Okay, and it is the worst.
Oh God.
It really is the worst, right? So I was reading this article about how like. Just about how like women have had like awful experiences at Magic tournaments. So I came across this one girl, and her name is Cat Light. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of her before. I certainly didn't hear of her before, but she's actually quite a good player. So the first thing that came up when I Googled her name, you know the way you type in something and Google gives you a suggestion? The first suggestion so I type in Cat Light, and then Google auto-completed to
Kit Kat Light.
Man or no,
right?
What? So is she a man or not, right? So I was like, okay, is this person trans, right? So I go into Reddit to see, because there's loads of Reddit threads on whether or not Cat Light is a man or not. And the most common responses to the questions is, she is a real woman, she's just ugly as fuck, right?
Jeez,
And she's
wow.
not. She's actually so pretty, right? You can look her up. She's actually pretty, right? And so yeah, she's not a trans woman. She's just a woman. And a lot of people in Magic seem to be really salty about the fact that she's a woman in Magic, to the point where they perpetuate a rumor that she's trans.
Wait. Cat Light. Okay, when I did a quick Google search, I have a girl in a schoolgirl outfit holding some magic cards. Is that her? I wonder. Because I am.
No, she wasn't in a schoolgirl outfit. Like, no,
okay,
no,
I found her Twitter. I got the wrong one. Yep.
Yeah.
That was an Asian girl in a schoolgirl outfit called. Oh no! It was one of her posts, but that's a girl. Damn, she hot. Okay, yeah, carry on. She hot. Confirmed.
Yeah, so there you go. Right. So anytime there's a Reddit thread about her in Magic the Gathering circles, right, it's always brought up about her gender identity, which is really weird, right? Because she's a girl and that's it, right?
Yeah.
So other searches for Cat Light that I got suggested things at the end of it for are Cat Light big tits and Cat Light Magic the Gathering swimsuit calendar. So first off, I don't know if there's a Magic the Gathering swimsuit calendar,
but I want it.
I don't know if that would be something that I would want in my card game.
I mean, I don't want it.
Because
Not in Yu-Gi-Oh!
card games, you know, it's a family affair. You know what I mean? So I don't know, right? So quickly it goes down this rabbit hole of like anti-trans rhetoric when it comes to Magic the Gathering, and she's not even trans, which I think is really weird. So Magic has a really weird relationship with gender identity, I guess, because they're all given out saying that Magic is being pushed into far left gender politics, and it's like, okay, so why are you guys arguing about this? And like a lot of the time it's like, because there's female toilets at events now.
I think it's just more they can't believe that a woman might actually be able to top an event. It's like, I know she's probably secretly a man, and it's like she's just a girl. Like,
Yeah, whatever.
That's it.
Like
And
it's
she's
like
just
whatever
better
they
than
want
you.
to tell themselves or something.
Yeah,
to make themselves feel better.
I mean, when I top an event, I'm going to tell everyone that my penis is bigger than theirs because they clearly won't fucking have one. Actually, no, that's a compliment. God, that's a compliment. Like when I'm going top of events, I'm gonna be like, guys, don't worry, I'm one of you. A wee,
At least you can take yours out
obviously.
of your pants and throw it at someone.
Oh my god, I would totally take like a fake willy out just for the putting that in my putting that in my book of things to do in the future. Okay.
So Kat, despite her achievements, which we're going to go into, she's constantly referred to as a fake player, and she's called overly average at the game, particularly at the deck she likes to play, which is weird. Not too long ago, she had her deck stolen at an Airbnb where they were having an after party after an event, right? And everybody started giving out that she has it easy because it doesn't matter whether or not her stuff was stolen, because her Twitch followers and other people who support her helped her put the deck back together for her next event.
That exact same thing happened to Zoe Weber, didn't it?
I have no idea.
I think her thing got stolen. I don't know if they rebuilt.
No. People helped her get it all back.
So there you go, right? According to Magic players, it's a money-making scam that she just said that she lost her deck or that her deck was stolen, even though, like, why would you do that? I don't know. So one of the comments about getting her deck rebuilt, right? And I quote,
okay,
you're gonna love this.
I am.
Were you born with a vagina, or how about a penis, and you decided to cut it open and turn it inside out? Congratulations. You'll never have to pay for Magic the Gathering ever again. So, this is one, okay? This is one of many comments I see about this one situation with this one player, right? So it's almost like people are looking for a reason to be oppressed because people who aren't the same gender as them are sharing their spaces now. And it's a real shame because, like, as you're going to see, she's actually a pretty okay player, right? So according to Kat herself, she plays consistently on the SCG circuit. And in April 2018, she and her team were finalists at SCG Atlanta.
Jesus.
And she was playing Modern, which is her Magic play of choice, playing her favorite deck, which is Banned Spirits, which was the deck that was stolen and then rebuilt. So she, on her Twitch profile, she says, "Please remember that I, like most players, am not perfect, but I am constantly working to get better at the game, so please try to be constructive." That's all. So when it comes to talking about her or talking to her about her work, she just wants people to be constructive, because what she's constantly being exposed to, both online, Reddit, Twitter, whatever, this is what she's seeing. This kind of this not just
negativity.
Yeah, just negativity. Not even against her as a player, because like you don't even see criticism of how she plays the game. It's just the fact that she's playing the game.
Jenny.
So she talked about her events at YCS Atlanta at the team event. So that was, I think that was that was 2019. Also in 2019, she was in the top 4 at Mythic Championship 7. And then she was, in 2019, she made it top 7 at the Team Open in Pittsburgh. She came top 10 at the SCG Standard Classic in Columbus. She was in top 32 playing Banned Spirits at the Modern Open in Syracuse. And she came second at the Team Open in Atlanta. Yeah, that's in Atlanta. Yeah.
Well,
so,
whatever card game she's playing, I know she's playing Magic, but like that's a really impressive resume, even for that's for impressive resume for anybody. I mean, I fucking barely scraped by getting 5th at locals, for fuck's sake.
There you go.
Just have your belt as an achievement. Never mind whatever 5 or 6 you sit out there. That's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's only in the last 2 years. Her record is available on, like, Magic has a database for player records, and her record stretches back longer than that. But I just wanted to use those as, like, an introduction to how she's doing. And people think that she's a fake player. So when she was asked about how she feels being a Magic player and how it's been for her interacting with men in the game, she said, "Last year at the Indianapolis Open, I had one of the worst experiences I had ever had. My opponent sat down and said, 'Oh no, you're cat-like. The last time I played against a woman, they had to call a judge for harassment. So go easy on me.'" So that's what she said. Like, that's just sitting down to take out your mat and your cards.
Wait, who was harassing who in this situation?
This is the thing, right? So she's like, can you imagine trying to go to your locals or a YCS and sitting down and someone's like,
"Oh no, you're that woman that plays Magic,"
and they openly tell you that they were done at an event for harassing women. You know what I mean? Already you're set. You've set such a bad precedent for yourself. By the way, you've set a bad image for yourself and your game.
Fucking
if this
hell.
is how you're interacting with women.
Okay, so note to self: don't play Magic.
This is the thing, and that's crazy. And then so when she wanted to talk about how she felt about it, she wanted other Magic players and card game players in general to remember that she and other players, like women, are players just like everyone else. And when it comes to dealing with people who aren't the same gender as you in the game, encourage them like any other new player that you come across. Don't do anything special. People don't want to be treated special just because they're different from you. And, you know, it highlights that they're different, and people don't want to feel different at events, particularly card gaming.
I know,
because you're all there for a common thing.
It's so crazy because like even today's locals and last week's locals, I did that as well for the Irish one. Not a single person was any way disrespectful to me at all. And I can wholeheartedly say that because I'm always looking out for someone. I'm always like, come on, do it, go on. Go on, fucking do it. But no, I think genuinely, it's actually been really, really good with Yu-Gi-Oh! Especially. I'm pleasantly surprised because when I was going in, like when I first started playing Yu-Gi-Oh, my first YouTube search, and I can wholeheartedly say this, was women in Yu-Gi-Oh, and I could find fucking nothing except there was this one interview that a girl did, and she was just like on about how horrible her experience is, and then there was the other one that I think Farfa put up at some stage where this girl was like, yeah, no, it's really horrible. I've had a horrible experience, so I'm going to go back to Magic because it's great over at Magic. Lol. Like, what the fuck?
That story, yeah.
What the fuck? And I'm just like, it's crazy to me because like, okay, I've had a few instances, but sure, fucking who hasn't? But that shit's fucking insane. People are crazy. People are fucking insane. What the hell?
So when Kat was asked about where she sees being a woman in Magic going in the future, she just said she wants to get to the point where women can walk in and there are women and men, and that's just what you should expect from any kind of tournament, where there isn't any there shouldn't be any difference whether you play against a man or a woman. So that's Kat Light. She plays Magic the Gathering. She streams once a week, and you can find her on Twitch. Her username is HellcatMTG.
I'll make sure to put a link in the bio as well.
Yeah, so that's just one. Like I could have picked like 4 or 5 different women who all had similar experiences to her, but I wanted to pick her because constantly being targeted and having rumors spread about her being a trans woman, which she isn't. Not that it's a bad thing to be a trans woman either.
Yeah, I'd love to have rumors spread about me like that. I'd be like,
there you go.
Fuck yeah, bitch, so I'm fab.
Good enough at the game that people have to spread rumors about you being assigned male at birth to even be good at the game.
Yeah.
That's a terrible negative opinion to have about another person, and that's why I picked her.
Okay, well, that's a very, very amazing choice, and I really enjoyed listening to her story, I gotta say. I'm gonna be stalking the hell out of her later on Twitter. Cannot wait. Time to join Magic Twitter, babies! No clue what happened, how to fucking play Magic at all, so I'm excited for this.
Be careful, honey. Careful. You don't want to do that to yourself.
I'm already in Yu-Gi-Oh! Twitter. It's great. Actually, Yu-Gi-Oh! Female Twitter is the best, by the way. Everyone there is so fucking supportive. It's class. Right. Alia, go. Who's your female of choice?
So I picked Amanda LaPam. So most people probably know her just on like Facebook and like her own website. She's basically like a really big Yu-Gi-Oh! Like artist. So she does like mats, dice, loads of field center sleeves. Her art is like unreal. She'll take any like monster and make it a waifu. And that's all I want in an artist.
Yeah,
just take
I saw her waifu god card not too long ago. They were pretty
like her new I think it's like BLS and like Chaos
Emperor Dragon,
as waifus. It's class.
Yeah.
Well. So I thought I would just be like kind of talking about her art because she doesn't really like play anymore. But then actually when I started doing research, I found out that she was like one of the first like Yu-Gi-Tubers on YouTube as well. She started in like 2010, 2011 on YouTube.
You're such a simp. Oh my god.
I had to do research.
You have so much of her stuff as well.
Like, research.
But yeah, I found out like she was one of the first YouTubers like ever, like male or female. And she basically started off like doing deck profiles and like actually talking about the game. I didn't really know like how competitive she used to be into the game. Like back in like 2011, she went at top 4 like in Orlando regional with spellbooks. Or actually, no, it was with dragons with that one. And then she was like top 64 in Orlando YCS playing spellbooks in that one. I was like, geez, I didn't know like she had like topped all these like events as well. It was kind of crazy. Yeah, and it was that kind of thing of like I kind of researched of like why did she kind of like leave the game? Was it just like kind of a loss of interest or what? And she was actually saying that with the community it kind of like pushed her out a little bit. She was kind of getting bored of it anyway. Like after Spellbooks got hit, I think she was like, "Oh, my favorite deck!" Like that's that.
Bring back Spellbook of Judgment.
Spellbooks, yeah. So she kind of found out because like I was watching like an interview she was doing with this guy, and he was kind of asking her about her experiences in Yu-Gi-Oh, and I was like, oh cool, nice like little 20-minute long interview. This would be perfect for research. And literally like it was like, oh, I wonder what like deck she was playing back in bloody 2012 or whatever. And one of his first questions was, so you know, everyone's probably wondering, do you have a boyfriend? And I'm like, this isn't the content I came for. This is what I wanted. Profiles. I wanted a deck profile. I wanted to know what event she topped. I didn't want to know if she had a freaking boyfriend or not. Like,
I was literally asked that in my chat today. That's weird.
Oh gosh, it's just the worst opening question. Think of something else, man. There's so much to learn about this woman than does she have a boyfriend?
Also, you should always respond to that question with "No, I have a girlfriend," just to make them feel bad.
No, I have a dog.
That too. That's a good
Don't
one.
wait.
that could be. They could take that in any way possible, and they'd be like, "The fuck is?" Or no, I have a waifu. Like
I collect ants.
I have a plant. Yes, okay. I don't know. I'm sure there's plenty of really good responses to "Do you have a boyfriend?" that would creep the hell out of people. I have a slime.
Yeah. We'll think of a few.
We'll think of a few.
But yeah, no, I just thought she was like really interesting because like as long like with all like her tops as well, and then she did like loads of cosplay too on her YouTube channel. So it's like a mix of like cosplay, doing her art, deck profiles. I was like, this girl is class. She's like a triple threat. It was unreal. But then I was like, okay, videos about cosplay, and she plays Yu-Gi-Oh. What are these comments going to be like? And
did you go to the YouTube comments?
I love a good YouTube comment.
It was for research. I did it to myself. It was for the research. And it was just like, oh, I wish I could put you in like face down position and all this kind of crack. And I was like, oh god, like, can we not just appreciate that she handmade this cosplay of Tour Guide and that she looks unreal?
I'm going to start writing that in men's comments now. From now on, oh, I'd love to put you in face down position. Hey!
It was just like, you know, and even like on the interviews, when she was doing like deck profiles, I had a look at the comments there as well. And instead of like, you know, on any lad's kind of profile, it'd just be like, oh, maybe you should play this. Have you play tested with that? Just ask me at the deck. Where her, it was like, obviously, deck profile is kind of from like here up and then the table usually. And people were like, oh, next time you have to get her to stand up. You have to get her to turn around. And I was like, that is creepy.
Oh my god.
Like, we're not looking at her. I just want to see what she's playing. Like, that is it. But yeah, apart from like, all like the creepy comments and all that kind of crack, I mean, her artwork's amazing. Her cosplays are class. I really wish she did more of those. But yeah, and then like, I mean, with her art like taken off as it has, I mean, she has like, her website is getting like overrun with sales. She had to like shut down her shop literally the last weekend because it was just so much.
That's insane.
And like people are still like at her all the time, like messaging her like, hey, and then you get like the usual like loud response of, oh, you didn't reply to me? Okay, you're a whore now. And like she's dealing with that as well on top of everything, and it's just like, wow, this girl is actually making bank. She's not going to talk to you on a Facebook message. Like,
questions for the lads, right? Lads.
Why?
Lads.
Just why?
Okay, lads. When you
I actually can't.
Lads, when you are sending a girl the message, hey, and it's your 25th time doing it, right? And there's just a wall of pays in the chat from you over the last couple weeks.
Hey.
What are you hoping to achieve here? Like, what are you going for? Is it? I want you to tell me in the comments on this podcast.
I think I have the answer to this.
Kayla, and tell her why it is you think it's so important to just hey people all the time, and by the time you make it to the 27th hey, then you decide to say fucking slow.
I have the answer. They're trying to feed horses.
Oh, that's a good one. I like horses.
That or, you know, booba. Hey, oh yeah, booba. Hope to learn to cope with a lifetime of rejection.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was my little piece anyway. She's like Amanda Lepam on like all her social medias, on like Facebook, on her shop, on Twitter, all this other stuff. She doesn't really do YouTube anymore, which is really sad. She used to do loads of like art, doing all her orcas and stuff. I think like the last video she had up there was like a year ago. But I'd say like with the shop taken off, she probably just like doesn't have time to do anything else, let alone like playing the game as competitive as she was back in like 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just find it like really interesting that there's actually so much more than just the art side I saw of her when I first was like getting to know her. Like
the Amanda Lepam iceberg.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. She's Amanda Lepam. Like I've seen a lot of her artwork. It's absolutely amazing. Like, I mean, that is one talented lady. That's yeah. I guess so. I didn't really go deep delving stalker style into any females.
I'm not a stalker.
See, what? Oh, no. You went into the YouTube comments. Stalker territory.
I can't say I did a full PI investigation, but I can give you the names of some really, really good females who are currently playing the game of Yu-Gi-Oh, or are some way actually involved in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh in today's meta, even, and all that. So right off the top of my head, two very prominent characters are so Fifth Rate Duelist is definitely one you should check out. She is fucking hilarious. So she's a comedian. She is a comedian. Like she does do stand up Yu-Gi-Oh, and it's beautiful. It's so funny. I've like her. I'll link all of the people down in the description below as well that you can go check out. And she's currently doing a series called Road to YCS, I believe, where she's actually trying to get more competitive as well. So that's one person you should definitely check out. She's amazing. She's really, really like outspoken as well with all of this, and definitely a 100% person you should be looking up to if you're going to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Another one is doing a complete 180 in personality wise is Stealthy One is another fantastic duelist who, like, she's topped events. She's done really, really well with a lot of events, in fairness to her. I actually had her on my stream at one stage as well, and she kicked my fucking ass with Virtual World. I did get a few good games in with Dragon Maiden. She was like, I don't know I didn't know Dragon Maid could pop off like this, and I was like, to be fair, my deck is built for Virtual World specifically and nothing else. So that was fun. But no, fantastic duelist. She's got some really cool content on YouTube as well at the moment, like what cards you should be playing if you can't afford the really expensive stuff. Like, she knows her shit. She's teaching her boyfriend Yu-Gi-Oh, not the other way around, boys. Yeah, so that's really, really cool as well. And like, just off of Yugi Twitter, there's a few really cool girls there as well, like Crystal LeBlanc, I think is how you pronounce it. I'm not 100% sure, but she's Salomon Great Shiggies on Twitter, and she's hilarious as well. Mad for Salomon Great and mad for Heroes. That's all I ever see on my Twitter from her, and I'm living for it. But it's always like super supportive. Anytime, like I put up today, I was like, I got fucking top to fucking locals, and they were all like, congratulations, well done, you're amazing. And I was like, I know. So nice. I was like, it's so supportive. I was like, this is crazy. I was getting such a different impression when I first came into Yu-Gi-Oh that like I'd walk into a room and everyone would be like
stared at. Yeah.
You're gonna have to verbalize what you did for the podcast.
Oh yeah, for the podcast. I am turning and looking at the female coming in the door and staying quiet. So I was expecting a lot of that and a lot of, hey baby, I'd like to put you in face down defense position, or a bit more of you can flip up on my any day of the week, stuff like that, you know. I was expecting a lot of that. I'll get any of that. I'm kind of disappointed. No, I'm definitely not disappointed. 100% not disappointed. I get the odd like randomer in chat saying something silly like what was one today? He was like, why Bulbay? Why not Squirt Bay? I was like, fucking really? Fucking really? Really? I'm not a fucking Squirtle fan. Do I look like a Squirtle fan to you? I mean, disgraceful, carry on. I'm a Bulbasaur fan, obviously. But, yeah. So, there's definitely... And there's so many, like... so many female Yu-Gi-Oh! Creators out there at the moment. And it's crazy because they're all starting to pop off as well, which is great. And I'm like, I am living for it. So... I'll link the people I've mentioned down below, and I'll probably mention a few more as we go forward. But I don't want to overwhelm you all because, like, they are out there. They are out there. I swear to God. Yeah. But
I think like years since like we joined, there is just like a lot more. Maybe it's just like more on social media that we see more. But I just think you like kind of come across people a lot more now. We're more connected, I guess. We're all the internet. It's much better.
Yeah.
We're all brought together by the interweb. Or something like that. Yeah.
That if you really feel like you're missing out on the experience of like lads DMing you weird stuff, like I'll get Alia to set up an alt. I'll get her to send you messages every now and again.
No. I won't even put the messages. I'll just copy and paste from messages I have. I'm not putting that much effort into it.
But like I do have like so as well as the Yu-Gi-Oh community, I'm part of like the motorbike community, and that's very similar in a very weird way. Like, I put up a picture of just like my handlebars and like a nice view because I'd gone for a ride, which was nice, and I had 20 friend requests after I put that up, and I was like, not gonna add you on Facebook, sorry boys and girls. Or if you put something up on Zodiac, 20 Facebook requests, and you're like, I'm okay, thanks, boys. So that's as bad as it gets for me, honestly. But it's like, I think I've really dodged a lot of shitty behavior, which is fabulous. But also, I am a fucking weirdo, so I like if someone sends me a dick pic, they're getting one back. You know. So like, yeah. So I honestly think it's definitely gotten much better for women nowadays than it would have in the like Amanda Lepam playing Yu-Gi-Oh type thing, which is fucking class. Because like I said, I can walk into locals and they're like, fucking this bitch again. Fucking go home, would ya?
Exactly.
And they've even started recognizing me in like the remote duel locals as well, because I come in and I'm like, happy Sunday, because I'm taking the piss out of all the content creators, because it's like
Sniff gang.
I'm like I did it ironically, but it's starting to stick, and I'm like, for fuck's sake, not this shit again. Here we go, let's go, I guess, or something like that. I don't know, but it's good.
Every time.
I remember one time I was really like I was half caught. I was drunk as hell at Galway Pride, and the Pride March was marching past the local card shop on a Saturday, so I knew Yu-Gi-Oh! Locals was on.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, gays, I'll be back in 5 minutes. And I go in and I kick the door in, and I'm like, what's up, fuckers? Now, this is the thing. This is before there were lots of kids at our locals. There was no kids.
Yeah, just to clarify.
Just to clarify, I would never behave like this if there were kids at a locals. I kicked in the door, and I was like, why y'all in here playing card games like fucking straight people? I was like, come out to Pride, let's get drunk. And people were like pissed off at me so much because they just wanted to play their card games. But I didn't get a negative reaction overall, right? Mm-hmm. So like, I find if I was like a really timid, quiet person going to locals, I would have a very different experience with how lads like talk to me, right? Because like I'm outgoing, I'm optimistic. I try not to take negative comments from people, and I try to not let people gain that kind of ground with me when I'm like dealing with them. So like, because my personality is the way it is, I don't get people trying to like take advantage of me in any way. You know what I mean? But if I was like a quiet, timid, shy person, I feel like I would be treated very differently.
So like Alia.
Oh, do you think I'm shy and quiet?
From my experience, you're fairly shy and quiet. More so than Lily, anyway.
No, I think you're fairly confident. I just think you're soft spoken. I wouldn't say you're. I wouldn't say you're not confident.
I think it's just like I would see what you're saying. Like definitely, like if me and Lily go to an event in gamers or something, like you'll be out there like talking to everybody, and I'll just like sit down, be on my phone, and then like some lad will sit beside me, and I'm like, oh no, oh no,
like.
But then he says, "Do you want this blue eyes?" And I'm like, okay, this is
You
can't tell them that. No, okay, so like I work in kitchens, right, and they're like gym locker rooms, right, and it's constant just like lad talk, right, and so when you're able to approach a group of lads and they're doing their lad thing, and if you're able to match that energy and talk like the way lads do be talking, right? Like I don't know. I think
I think it's that kind of like
it's take no shit, like give no shit.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing of like especially like women when they go into you, they think they have to have like this really like thick skin and tough exterior, or else all the lads are just gonna walk all over them.
Yeah,
and I think that is to an extent. Like I remember like going into first kind of like locals and stuff. Like it was just, you know, you just had to like not let anything phase you.
Yeah.
Like you didn't want anyone to be like, oh, I tilted you, didn't I? Like, oh, that's why I won. I fucking tilted you.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, you're gonna call me a sexist now, aren't you? Like I remember someone saying that to a girl before.
Yeah, like you had to just like kind of ignore it and just be like, man, I'm just here to play the game. I'm not here to talk to you. I don't know who you are. Like, you know.
I suppose I'm similar to you, Lily. I walk into anywhere and just talk to a fucking wall. Like, I'm happy. I'm outgoing. I'm chill. It's great. And I think that's probably definitely contributed to my good experience in it. But I can definitely see why a lot of shy people would be, or shy, or maybe more like soft spoken or whatever, would be very kind of put out a bit, because like if you think about it, there's a lot of guys in there who are very shy and quiet and soft spoken and stuff like that. Nobody bothers them. What fucking bother?
Yeah, that's
it.
That's the thing. Yeah,
that's the standard. Like really.
Yeah, I feel I like, and this is again, I'll always come back and say that I love our locals for how good it is. You know, because our locals is great, but I would just feel bad for someone who goes into a locals, because everyone already knows each other there. So like, not only are you playing with a dynamic of meeting new people, you're playing with a dynamic of you're meeting new people who all know each other, and they talk to each other all the time, and they're comfortable with each other, and they know what their comfort zone is. They don't know what your comfort zone is.
True.
Yeah.
True. So on that note, maybe everyone, if you see someone new in your locals, or well, you know, when we're allowed to open up again and stuff like that, just maybe like lend a helping hand and stuff, and we want people in the fucking game. Stop scaring them away, people.
Yeah.
But that's it. I mean, like, I really think your first experience at your locals is going to make or break if you come back.
Genuinely, yeah.
And like, if someone comes over and is like, "Oh, hey, you played locals. I saw you played this deck. I played that deck as well. We can, like, you know, kind of do like a bit of a theory on your deck, like help you build it. You know what I mean? Like help you play, tell you maybe like some misplays you did, and like how you can get better. Like that's just gonna keep people coming back, and your locals is gonna be like class then.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. We had someone at our locals put a message in the group chat the other day saying that they met someone. This isn't the other day, sorry, like a couple of months ago, being like they met someone at our local shop who said they were into Yu-Gi-Oh because they heard him talking about Yu-Gi-Oh, and he said to go to locals. And then we were like, did you tell her to join the group chat? And he was like, yeah. So she joined the group chat, and that was grand. She came to locals, and here we are. It's 6 months later, and like me and her are like so close now. My friend Lydia,
that's lovely.
So sad. And it was literally just down to like her coming to locals and sitting down and having a game with her, and like she was fairly new to the game, and like she's good at it, right? And here we are months later, and I feel like if Lydia had a bad experience at locals, if there wasn't someone there to like, you know, help her with the game instead of just OTKing her and leaving, she might not have come back. And like, you're right. Like your first experience at locals is so important because like, especially if you're a kid, you want to come and you want to, you're expecting what you saw in the anime or on YouTube or something. You know what I mean? You're expecting to play the game and play your favorite cards and have fun, and like that's what locals really should be. Like if you want to be super competitive, that's fine. That's what we have tier 3 and up events for.
Yeah.
But your locals should always be a welcoming space, no matter who's there or who's in it.
And that's why remote duels is a pain in the ass, because remote duel locals it's just not the same. It really bloody isn't.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's really not.
And I think we are running out of time pretty much. So is there anything you want to plug before we go, I guess? A book. Book.
This is your time for the book.
Book.
Write a book.
Jesus. Why did you put me on this spot? I didn't expect to talk about it at all. If you like
space operas.
Do you like books? Books?
I like books. I like books.
Do you like to read? I know you don't, because you're a Yu-Gi-Oh card player.
Brilliant.
I recently wrote a book. I spend a lot of my time off of working all the time writing. There it is. Oh, jeez, you put it down now. I wrote a book, and I wanted to. I don't know. I really loved like Alien and stuff when I was a kid. I thought Ripley was like the coolest person ever. I thought Sarah Connor in Terminator was like the coolest thing ever. And like I wanted to write a sci-fi story with a strong female lead, because I feel like a lot of sci-fi stories now, even popular science fiction, like Star Wars and stuff, it doesn't actually focus on a female character developing as a female character. Like I thought Rey was handled really poorly in Star Wars. So things like that and how women are handled in science fiction really made me want to like write something and get it out there for people to read. So I wrote a book. It's available on Amazon. It's called Broadsider. It's kind of it's a fun space opera. There's spaceships. There's all the stuff about science fiction and space that you like. If you like The Expanse, I think you'd like it. If you're a fan of Star Trek, I think you would like it. I would say it's closely related to Battlestar Galactica. I don't know if you guys have ever watched that, but
I have, yes.
It's really fun. It's called Broadsider. It looks like this. There it is, and you can get it on Amazon. Yeah. So, and if you like it, leave a review on it, and you can actually get in touch with me, because all my details are in the back of the book, to let me know what you think of it and stuff. So yeah, there you go. I recently published a book. Jeez, why did you do that?
Yay!
You wrote a book. You have to sell your book, girl. Jesus. Like I plugged the website earlier on. You just gotta make that fucking bank.
Yeah.
But
where's my fucking money? Y'all better give me that cash.
So we will be back again in about a month's time. We're keeping these kind of like once a monthly currently because day jobs, and I'm busy trying to become Yu-Gi-Oh's top person ever, #1 queen. Absolutely. So we will see you again next time, everybody. Bye.
See ya.
Thank you for listening.
Bye.